Fire of Love. This is the new Neon Pictures documentary, which is directed, written, and produced by Sara Dosa. This is a documentary that follows the lives and careers of daring French volcanologists Katia and Maurice Krafft. It is very obvious from the trailer that we are exploring a film that deals with the topics of love and tragedy and how those two things are so closely intertwined, especially in the case of two people who spend their whole lives surrounded and living on volcanoes. They're so quite just in awe of the volcanoes. And that's the thing about this documentary that works so well. It works so well when we get to see these two people focusing on the thing that they love so much, the thing that they value with all of their heart. They are so clearly in love with volcanoes that they are just it's wondrous to watch these two people doing something that I think is crazy. The idea of just camping out on the edge of a volcano in all this gear when it's they're saying like some of the stones there are like 150 degrees plus, like it literally will burn them. They show videos of them just being burned in these nasty gnarly burns that they get from this. It's all just so engrossing to watch somebody who's lived such a different life than me, but I understand that passion. I understand that desire to do what you love and chase after that and be the best at it. When this film explores them going through volcanoes and showing us footage, the footage is jaw dropping. I mean, you've never seen anything like this. This is so up close and personal with just something that none of us are ever going to really get to experience in our lives. It's just so overpowering, and it's a very emotional experience watching this, as is their love story. That's another element that this film really does capture well, is the Katia and Maurice love story. This film is much about exploring volcanoes and what they did as much as it is about their love story. In fact, I would maybe even say the love story takes special interest in this film even over the volcanoes. It is the story Fire of Love. It is a love story in the midst of volcanoes. It's something so unique, and it's just so passionate, and you can really feel the director, producer, writer Sara Dosa, apologies, her passion for telling the story and why she thinks it's so incredible. She makes the comparison basically that as wondrous as the natural world is and full of wonder and full of mystery and something that we don't fully understand but we're in awe of, that's very much how we feel about love. It's something that we don't always understand, but it's something so beautiful that can't be replicated, and it's a feeling just as natural as the volcanoes we live on. With that said, there is one huge issue with the film that I have to get into because it bothered me. It really actually sunk my experience watching this film. This film, like most National Geographic documentaries, it uses a narrator who, this narrator is named Miranda Julie. And that is a natural thing in a documentary to use a narrator. I'm not criticizing the idea of it having a narrator. The issue is that I found this narrator to be particularly bland and actually just sucked me out of the movie. She's so, like, I don't want to say dull, but she's so quiet, and it's like almost like lackadaisical is like the feeling I give. I'm trying to think. There's that character Sadness from Inside Out. It very much feels like Sadness is narrating what is supposed to be this really beautiful, passionate love story, and it never really clicks. I wish they had a different narrator. I think I understand what they were going for in getting someone like Miranda Julie. I think they were going for something a little bit more soft spoken, a bit more naturalistic. It almost feels like something that's supposed to be almost like a calming, soothing presence. But ultimately, it felt more like a bummer, which is not what this film is. The fact that these two people die is almost like irrelevant. It's something that they say basically at the beginning of the film, and it's something that they've emphasized in the trailer. These two people do not live through this. So we understand that. And like the film just embraces that. And it's just like, we're going to tell these two people's stories because Maurice, as a person, is someone who says, I'd rather live a short life that was explosive than live a dull life and a long life. So the fact that they took the approach of getting a narrator who did go a little bit more calm, and a little bit maybe even more down to earth and just softer spoken. It doesn't like mix well with the loudness and explosions and the just passion that you feel from the volcano and the love story. And that really pulled me out of the movie. It really was a struggle to get through parts of this movie. It's also because some of the lines they ask her to read, it is so cliched poetry. I mean, it is like bad love sonnets. This is the stuff you write in like middle school, where there's even like some bad winky jokes in there where it feels like it's trying to be clever. It fails at that drastically. So overall, it has this film, Fire of Love, has a great idea at it. It has some beautiful imagery, some of the best like National Geographic naturalistic like imagery I've seen since Free Solo, maybe probably even like crazier than that, because this is just like something that, how do you even capture this, and how much of this film even really exists? So that's all crazy. It's just that the way that the documentary then presents that information, I feel like this was a almost more situation where they just added too much to something that was already so simple and could have been such an easy win. It was just overproduced, I think, ended up being the issue. That's not to say that Sara Dosa isn't talented. I think she edited the footage really well, and I think I understood all the themes that she was really going for, and I think those themes work. It is just the sense of the way the documentary presents itself. It just feels amateurish in those qualities. So overall, I think Fire of Love is a good documentary. I think it's a solid one. It's not one that I'm going to be going back to rewatch, but there is some really amazing, just like I said, scenery in this film that is worth seeing on the biggest screen possible. But overall, I think this is a solid documentary and one well worth your time seeking out. So that's my review of Fire of Love. I'm giving it 2.5 out of 4 stars. And guys, if you like this video, my name is Ben Friedman here from the Beniverse. Do not forget to like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by October, so let's see if we can make this happen. Thank you all for the support you've been giving me. Thank you all for listening. My name is Ben Friedman. Take care